Dumelang, Dumelang. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing? Wow, it's been long, guys. It's really been long, I know. I haven't been consistent on YouTube due to certain reasons. But then, as promised, I did mention that I'll be dropping a video today. So, ladies and gentlemen, the topic for today is trust issues. I know you guys are thinking, boring. We always hear about trust issues. But I really think it's a topic that I've been wanting to touch on and discuss, just to share a thing or two about what I think about trust issues and just my opinion. Because I think when it comes to trust issues, it is a huge, huge problem that we are facing as a generation and in this world in general. And if you don't deal with the trust issues that you have, it can have a negative impact on your relationships and on your mental health. It can have a negative impact on many aspects of your life. So it's really important for us to dig deep into it and look into it. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, trust issues is basically the inability to rely on someone, the inability to be dependent on someone that, okay, I can trust this person. This person is someone that I feel safe with. You understand? That is what trust issues is. You have that inability to actually feel safe around someone, to trust them, to depend on them, that they'll actually come through for you. So trust issues obviously you don't just wake up in the morning and then boom, you've got trust issues. There's things that happened, there's events that occurred that caused you to have those trust issues. So it's very important for you to be aware that you do have those trust issues, so that you can be able to tackle them, so that you can be able to sit down with yourself and look into those trust issues so that you can release them, right? So perfect example can be, let me make a real life example based on me. So growing up and just basically throughout my life up until this age, I had the blessing to have true friends and genuine friends. But I think majority of my experience and majority of my journey, I've experienced so much betrayal from friendships that somehow it affected, my trust when it comes to friends, my trust when it comes to, having a companion, to talk to. I know that when I'm going through something, when I need advice, there's Ujabu that's going to be there for me. Ujabu who's always pulling through for me. So it really affected like that perception of a friend can be trusted because of the betrayal that I experienced. So that then built up to being someone that has trust issues, right? So whenever I started like meeting new people, I started thinking, a lot like, is this person's intentions genuine? Is this person coming with the right energy? Is this person actually genuinely trying to connect with Balisa, and not anything else? So, I was overthinking, and it was an automatic response to me having to connect with other people because of what I've been experiencing, you understand? So it's something that I held on to, because it's a thing that I gained from what I went through. And I think I didn't deal with those trust issues as soon as I was supposed to. So yeah, that's a perfect example. You can experience betrayal from people that are close to you, whether it's friends, whether it's your partner, whether it's family, whether it's colleagues. You can experience betrayal from anyone, you understand? And it's even worse, and the impact is even stronger when it's from someone that is close to you, you understand? Because usually the trust issues, because if a stranger betrays you, like, it won't really have that much of an impact because you don't really know the person like that. But if it's someone that is close to you, it hits home because it's like, dude, I've known you for 5 years, and then all of a sudden you do this. Like, what's happening? I didn't expect that from you. You were the last person. So trust issues, you need to deal with them immediately. You shouldn't suppress them. You shouldn't just put them in the back burner and just tell yourself, no, I'll get over it. It is what it is, because somehow it's going to catch up with you, right? Because it affects how you actually interact and connect with people. Because each and every time you make a connection, whether it's a friend, whether it's a colleague, business partner, you understand, family, you always paranoid. You know, you've got that PTSD from your previous experiences. So you're always just paranoid, you're always just anxious. That's where the anxious attachment style comes in, where you're curious, like, is this person, you know, genuine? Is this person being true with me? You understand? You start being anxious, and it messes with your mental health. It messes with how you see people. It messes up with the opportunity for you to actually make genuine connections and warm connections. You understand? Because you've got these trust issues that are affecting you connecting with other people, as well as affecting you mentally. So that's why it's very important for you to actually deal with those trust issues, right? So trust issues can come in different forms. So that was one of the examples that I gave you, where you can get a betrayal from a friend, from a partner, from a family member, right? And then another example is, let's say you tell a certain trusted person or someone that is close to you a secret that you don't want to be known by other people. I mean, that's why you went to them and said, Chomi, Tsala, you know, I really want to take this off my chest, but please don't tell anyone. Your friend says, okay, sharp. You tell your friend everything, details. And then your friend decides to take the details that you told her or him and start transporting it to people. It was a secret, right? And you trusted your friend to keep that secret, but they didn't. So it is a form of, it's betrayal. It's betrayal, but it's another example that I could think of someone that can actually break the trust that you've built in the connection that you have with that person, and it ends up messing the perception, how you see them, how you feel about them, and how you feel about opening up to them. You understand? So it is very important, ladies and gentlemen, for us to be aware of the triggers that cause us to have trust issues. Where do they come from? What happened that caused me to have trust issues? Who was involved, you understand, in that situation? Just, you know, dig into the details so that you can be able to heal from it. Because what happens is, if you're always going to walk around having trust issues, you're going to struggle with making genuine connections. You're going to struggle with trusting yourself. You're going to struggle with making good decisions. You're going to struggle to be firm in your opinion. You're going to struggle to be there for the people that love you. You know, it literally affects all aspects of your life. Like, you won't show up as the Johanna that is supposed to show up 100%, like fully. You're going to show up as 50% Johanna. You're going to show up as 50% Mabato. You're going to show up as 50% Jabu. You understand? So it is important for you to deal with your trust issues. Go dig deep into it so that you can realize where the triggers are coming from. Because what happens is, if you don't deal with it, if you decide to suppress it, anything can trigger you. You understand? And to be quite honest, guys, like, personally, I do understand healing from trust issues is not easy. Like, I am still, you know, adjusting. I'm still learning as well how to heal certain aspects that cause me to have trust issues. But I did a chunk of healing, and I don't want to lie, I think it's really made a difference. It really has changed how I actually started behaving when I had like high trust issues, you know. Like, I realized that, no, man, I'm actually too anxious. I'm always overthinking, and it's not healthy, you understand? So I had to adjust. I had to look deep into it. I had to realize that, no, I'm actually getting triggered, right? So when you get triggered, you need to realize where the root of that trigger is coming from, so that you can deal with the root of that trigger. And then once you figure out that root of the trigger, you heal it, and then everything else is history, right? So yes, I just want to share with you guys that don't be afraid, and don't feel ashamed of having trust issues. It's normal. Just heal, so that you don't sabotage your next connection. You don't sabotage opportunities that are sent your way because you've got trust issues. You don't sabotage yourself by not believing in yourself. Also, once you've healed, you're able to pick up red flags. Like, you're able to pick up red flags that you don't want in your space anymore. Because, I mean, you've experienced that. It causes you to have trust issues. You heal the trust issues. So you'll make sure that you don't have that kind of energy in your space again, right? Because self-care is number one. So you are able to pick up red flags once you've healed from your trust issues. You can pick up when someone is coming with that red flag that you actually had to work hard to heal from. This one is coming with the red flag, you know. You're able to pick it up because why? You've healed it, you're aware of it, right? So that's the beauty of healing trust issues. Like, you won't get triggered anymore. Instead, you recognize and be aware of the red flag, and then you'll make sure that you don't invite it into your space again, right? Because I mean, you're going to go back 10 steps, right? So that's the beauty of healing your trust issues. You are able to be aware of the red flags and just make sure that you don't allow the person to come back into your space. You don't allow the person to even be in your space in the first place. Rebuilding trust is not easy. It's not, but it is something that we need to incorporate. So rebuilding trust can come in different forms. It can come in professional help. This is counseling, this is therapy. You can talk to a trusted loved one that gives good advice, that is always there to listen. You can actually start exercising open communication, because I think also another thing that causes people to have these trust issues is they lack communication. They run away from having difficult conversations, so they rather suppress whatever it is that they're unhappy about, and then now it starts building up into trust issues, you see. So exercising open communication can really save you. It can save your connection with the friend, your connection with a loved one, your connection with the family member, your connection with the business partner. Open communication can really rebuild trust, because you guys can actually sit down and talk about the issue at hand, and then come to a conclusion and actually heal whatever it is that was giving you a problem, so that you don't have trust issues with this specific person, right? Another form can be just exercising boundaries. But boundaries are very important, ladies and gentlemen. I remember I used to struggle with boundaries. I used to be like a huge people pleaser back in my days. And being a people pleaser really put me in a situation where, you know, people could just step on my toes. People took advantage of me, you know. So somehow I went through a phase where, like, people started befriending me for the benefits of my people pleasing. And then when I now found out that they were actually friends with me due to my people pleasing tendencies, then obviously to me that was a form of betrayal. You know, because I mean, I considered this person as a friend. I considered them as friends, but things happened, and then the truth was revealed. Look, you've got people pleasing tendencies, and there are people that are always standing, waiting to take advantage of your people pleasing, you know. So I had to exercise boundaries, you know, because me finding out the truth, I started having trust issues, like, of the people that are in my circle, because I'm like, okay, if these people are actually not my true friends, then what about the rest of the people that I'm surrounded with? You understand? So I'm just highlighting this example because that is a perfect example of not having boundaries with people. You know, having boundaries with people actually rebuilds trust, because you know that this person respects the boundaries that I have. They don't want to overstep them, showing that they're actually a true person. They're a genuine soul in my life who actually understands that I do have these amount of boundaries, and they are not going to try and overstep those boundaries, because they respect and love you as an individual. And I'm pretty sure you would also return the same favor, right? Because a relationship is 50-50. So exerting boundaries is very important, and it can actually help rebuild trust. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was basically the topic that I wanted to talk about this week. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for the ones that have subscribed. I really do appreciate you guys. This is a channel of growth, of elevation, holistically, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I'm just here to share a thing or two with you guys, hoping that you guys can relate, and hoping that I can help you guys elevate, because I'm really passionate about, you know, growing. I'm really passionate about constant evolution, and I'd like to share that with you guys. So please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.